Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Taskmaster Tuesday on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Taskmaster Tuesday is where I take on a few other YouTubers and see who comes out on top with the best designs and who can score the most points. In this scenario, we have decided to take on Russia versus China in 1925, and the Taskmaster catch for this particular challenge is to try and make it as cheap as possible. There is a budget scoring system. You get 1 point for every 1 million under 50 million for each ship in your fleet. Now, I have the choice between either designing a battleship or a battlecruiser. And we get a scoring point of 20 points to kill a BB, 15 points for killing a BC, so a battlecruiser, and 5 points for killing a heavy cruiser. If you lose one of your own ships, it's going to cost you 10 points. Now, 1925 is not exactly a particularly effective gun range era, so I might have to invest a bit more in technology, but when I invest more in technology, I'm going to run into a different problem, and that is that I will be going over budget. So, I'm going to have to try and stay under 50 million, and I'm still going to have to sink a couple of battleships. I think I'm going to go for a cheap battleship on this one, and I get 3 of them. Let's see what I can whip together. This is 26 million currently. Let's throw away the range. Let's make it survivable. I don't want to start losing out points. Right. I never really paid much attention to the cost. But that is going to change right about now. See, this is 4 million if you want to get AUX 4. Forced boilers, not too expensive. Oil, a bit. Okay. I might have to make these things significantly smaller. Because if I can just get a bunch of points by getting a ship that is as cheap as possible, then I can either decide to invest those points in advanced technology, like a better rangefinder, or I could just get a jump on the other guys. And the other guys being Everyday's Different, History Guy Gaming, and Brother Munro, all linked down below in the description. I can get the jump on them by just having a few more points. Now, Krupp 4, armor cost 330%. Still, we're opening up a 10,000 meter range. So I will have to invest quite a bit in protection. Reinforced bulkheads, please. Anti-flooding 2. Let's make these things roam around at 25 knots. Is this going to be expensive? Probably. 41 million already. I haven't even added a single gun yet. This is 3 million a pop. Depending on what level you pick, of course. Now, I'm not going to pick the Mark 1s or the Mark 2s. 10,000 meter range. 17.5 inches of belt armor pen. That's more than enough. 15 inches of belt armor pen. I'm currently running around with 110 of 11 inch. So I have about 23 inches of armor. What to pick, what to pick. There is the potential to just go with an older ship. That set me back quite a bit. Let's see. I only have 3 of them, right? But I could make some sort of very advanced Dreadnought for 18 million. And of course, yes, there will still be quite a few additional costs here. This would be an interesting way of beating out the other guys. Beating the competition. Let's see if I can run with the Dreadnoughts. Hopefully they'll still be survivable enough. Let's say go with a mixed armament. I want 14s and 12s. 12s to mostly take care of the lighter ships. They reload a bit faster. 60 seconds versus 45 seconds, and that's without any buffs. We have a massive... Maybe I should swap these around. We have a massive 4-weight offset. If you could just park yourself there. No? Can I just go with a smaller barbette? Or is that the standard one? Maybe a medium's good enough. I mean, it's only a 12-inch turret. Yeah, see? Save me a bit of weight, save me a bit of cash. 4-weight offset, only 27%. Not a big deal. More guns. Bloody hell, that's not making things better. %. You, go over there. That helps. Right. Acoustics. Sonar 2. Radio. Advanced radio telegraph. Propellant. As much as I can pack. Now, if I hit play right now, I'm already going to have 60 points. Near enough. Because I'm 20 million below budget on each of my ships. So that's 60 points already. That is actually very interesting. I now have a reload of 36 seconds on the 14-inch and 27 seconds on the 12-inch. Maybe I should add a funnel to the ship, though. I probably won't need a lot of engine efficiency. 48. 57. 100. Good enough. Now we have a ton of deck space. If I shrink it down, well, it's going to help a bit. It's definitely going to give me a very small turning circle. 588. If I go for shaft 3, that drops to 474. I could still put torpedo launchers on this ship. They're about 500,000 each. Yeah, I still can't move these things anymore. Alright, let's add some weight onto the stern. There are no destroyers, so I'm not that worried about these ships getting torpedoed by the destroyers, but that doesn't mean it's entirely impossible. The possibility is that these guys are going to get torpedoed by virtue of battlecruisers and heavy cruisers. So that's why I'm very particular about that turning circle. Right, let's make sure that these things survive. Let's go for 14 inches of belt armor and about 9 inches of belt extended. I'm going to try and stay under 36 million so that I immediately start out with 3 times 14 points. That's 42 points for starters. That's quite a lot. Deck armor is not important. Turret armor is. Secondaries? What are secondaries? 404 secondaries not found. Just put that to 0. I'm not going to be running any kind of secondaries. More torpedoes. Nope, that's too expensive. I could just up the type, the punching power of the torpedoes. Come on. There, 35.8. These are weird ships, but then again, the Russians aren't particularly known for designing very normal ships. I was hoping that reloading or repositioning the torpedo tube is going to help, and it does a bit. Still 0.3. 2.4, but I can draw the turret back. 1.7, 0.3. Fine, we'll just run with 0.3. Alright. The mission is start with less than 50 million. You get 1 point for every million under 50 million. So I'm going to round my ship up and say it's 36 million. And that means that I start with 42 points already. Let's see if I can take down a bunch of ships. There is a potential that I won't survive it because, well, I have decent survivability but not enough guns. Let's just try it. Oh. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm glad I caught that. Okay. Maybe I'm going to start with 30 points. I'm going to keep it under 40 million. There. So I start with 10 points per ship. That's a 30-point start. Alright then. Here goes. Stop. Sviatoy Alexander Osliabia or something to that tune, and the Imperator Pavel I. Now, the Chinese fleet. Oh lord. That is a lot of guns. I'm hoping that those are the battleships. Because if they're the battle cruisers and the battleships are worse, then it's going to be a really tough fight. These are the heavy cruisers and these are the battle cruisers. Right. This is going to be interesting. Torpedoes out to a range of 12.7. That means that we have torpedo range. I want the Imperator to torpedo that one. I want you to torpedo that one. I want you to torpedo that one. Confirm your torpedo angles for me. Check, check, and check. Right, all guns. Fire main armament. Target the lagging battleship. Fire when ready. Torpedoes away from Imperator, from Osliabia, and from Sviatoy. They are just quadruple torps. So I'm not really thinking that they might do that much damage, but these do seem pretty heavy. And if they are indeed that heavy, then I might get lucky, and they might struggle with turning around in time. Oh, damn, that was fast. Fire and flooding on their ship, but also on mine. Imperator Pavel I. Flooding on the bow. I, however, have standard bulkheads, but I do have anti-flood 3. Why did I not upgrade my bulkheads? That is a curious choice. How are you doing? This Chinese warship is taking a lot of fire. Unfortunately, not all of it's accurate. Oh, they're all engaging the Pavel. That's a problem. If that ship takes more flooding, she could in fact go down. Ooh, nice. More flooding. Good lord, there's a lot of shell fire coming in here. Pavel, turn away. You guys, slow down a bit. I want more accuracy. Torpedoes are still speeding towards the target. There might not be a target left by the time that those torpedoes get there. Or they'll be the ones that finish this ship off. That's the other option. Now there's no time limit on this one, so I can take as much or as little time as I want. Get rid of this thing quickly. It has a lot of guns. I really don't want to see that thing survive for a long time. She's severely flooded. 2 damaged engine compartments. Identification is still underway, so I couldn't tell you how bad the damage actually is. But just judging by the sizes of holes in her port bow, she is not a happy warship. It looks like the Imperator, by turning away, is limiting the amount of damage that she's taking. I really wonder what the other guys went with. I usually tick down the time till it's 6 PM my local time on a Tuesday, because that's when the other guys also launch their videos, and I'm really curious to see what exactly they build. What their plan is, what their thinking is, what I can learn from them. Now, a warship, this one, has detected the torpedoes, making a hard turn to starboard. So she's going to avoid the torps. I do want to sink her, though. I'm not letting up. This thing has to go before she's able to pump out all that water and survive. Engines 2 repaired. Yeah, she's definitely fixing herself up, but I don't exactly see how you repair an engine in a very heavily flooded compartment. Unless, there we go, engine 2 is damaged again. Unless the compartment's no longer flooded. Rest of the torpedoes? Still transiting? Yeah, here, and here, and here. Okay, let's turn back a bit. Pavel, you seem to have taken the brunt of the fire, but you survived. So you can rejoin the formation. Unfortunately, we're getting quite far away from this ship, at least by 1920 standards. So it's going to be increasingly difficult to try and land hits on this ship and to sink her. Weird design that I went with. Who knows, it might just be enough to complete this challenge. Torpedoes here. They're probably detected. They're forcing the ship to change their formation. Let's turn in. I'm gonna chase these guys down. Oh, you're making a mistake, sunshine. That's a battleship that's gonna eat a torpedo. Boom! 390 damage. And the other torpedoes still look like they might impact with this battlecruiser. She's flooding. Engine damaged. Are you going to avoid that? Or are you just going to run right into it? I think she's going to run right into it. Hit. 243. She might have more anti-torpedo protection. 2 more. There we go. That's going to give that ship some trouble. Now this is exactly what I was worried about. The ship is doing damage control and pumping out the water. Her flooding seems to be under control. There's another flooding hit though. There we go. She's flooded amidships, 2 compartments. And 2 engine sections have been damaged. Engine 2 might be resting down there. So they were still able to get to the engine and make it operational again. The Deng Zhao is the one that got torpedoed. And the battlecruiser here seems to be unable to fix her flooding. She cannot control it. Come on, buddy. Give it up. Battlecruiser down. Perfect. The heavy cruiser's coming in. With torpedoes. New target. Cruiser. Range, 10 kilometers out. Back to port side. What are you numbnuts doing now? What is going on? Why is the Oslia trying to fall in behind the Imperator? No. Detach. Detach. You there. You there. You here. Let's get rid of this heavy cruiser before she starts causing all sorts of torpedo hazards. And we'll fix, or rather finish off the Handon later. Maybe the Oslia can torpedo her, but I doubt that she's willing to do that, considering the Imperator is relatively close. Try to launch your torpedoes against the Deng Zhao. And where is that battleship? There, the Yunfei. Okay. One battleship gone. Am I missing one battleship? Yeah, there it is. I was wondering, where the hell's that last ship? Found it. No torpedo launches yet. Oh, speaking of, that might very well be the Guangdong that launched her torpedoes at me. Torpedo range 12.8, fairly visible. Get rid of the torpedo threats. That's a priority. Get rid of the torpedo threats. 10-1, range 12.7. You should be in torpedo range. You might not have the angle, however. Alright. Follow the Imperator for a while. Chance to hit that ship is dreadful. I might be just wasting my time going after the Guangdong. Because I probably won't hit her at all. She does have a lot of torpedoes though. 28 still remain on that ship. Now they don't have any light cruisers, so this must be a battlecruiser. One that's behaving fairly unpredictably. Not that the other ones are always making sense. Oh. Here. Yeah, torpedoes in the water. I might be running right into them. Let's hope I can speed up this Fiatoy so that she's not going to get hit by those torps. Are they fasts? 46.5, relatively fast. Pavel, launch. Ah, Oslia has finally launched. Hit on the Guangdong. Few bulkheads, she's going down quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. Sviatoy. Rudder straight. Another torpedo salvo coming in, hard to starboard. Because I don't believe I can make the turn to port, so I'm going to have to turn into the torpedoes. Try to finish off the Deng Zhao. Actually, no, the Handan. Alexander's gonna have to try and squeeze through this gap. Oh, you're surviving. For now. I really don't want the Andong also to be launching torpedoes at me. Sviatoy, starboard turn. Yeah, we're good. Port turn. We're locked into the heavy cruiser Guangdong. Come on, Guangdong. Get down. Good hit. Fire on the ship. Flooding on the Sviatoy. I'm getting too close. Handan is once again flooding. Good work. Both Oslia and what's your face? Imperator Pavel 1 are firing at her. Oh crap. How much are you flooding? 2 compartments. 3 compartments. I'm gonna have to pull this battleship back. She's going to have some issues. Torpedoes are coming in. She's going to have some more issues. Imperator, turn in. And try and make the Imperator a bigger threat so that they lock onto her. And temporarily, hopefully, ignore the Sviatoy. More flooding on the Sviatoy. I'm probably going to lose that ship. Especially with my standard bulkheads. Especially with the battleship on my port side. Imperator, I want you to launch your portside torpedoes against the Yunfei. Turn out. Just don't turn out too much, because you have torpedoes coming at you. Playing this like a total donkey again. Torpedoes away. Pavel, port flank, target, Yunfei. Torpedoes coming in. Alexander, you're going to have to make a turn. It's going to get pretty close here. Yeah, that will do. The problem lies, however, in that I'm now being forced broadside to the Yunfei with the Pavel. The Pavel, however... Oh, sorry, the Yunfei seems to be, whoa, more interested in the Imperator Pavel 1. So it worked, in a way. But now the Andong is going to come in and finish me off. I've completely lost control of this battle. In my mind, I'm still driving torpedo boats. I'm not actually driving battleships. Or dreadnoughts. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. All engines damaged, rudder damaged, flooding on fire. She's gone. This is not good for my points. This battlecruiser just refuses to sink. At least the Alexander seems to be fine. Ooh, there goes the Imperator. Guangdong is still flooding. Can we force the Yunfei away using the torpedo tubes? Yeah, here are the torpedoes. Yunfei will avoid. There, finally, the Handan sinks. Okay, so, to track, I have sunk a No, I have not sunk a destroyer, because there are no destroyers. I have sunk a battlecruiser, and I have sunk a battleship, and I have lost one of my own ships. So that's 20 points scored. 15 points scored for a battlecruiser, so that's 35. Minus 10 is plus 25, plus the original 30. 55 points so far. Shang-Chi, if you could just not torpedo my ass, that'd be lovely. I'm going to desperately need this Sviatoy alive. Because without her, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a lot less gunpowder that I have. Flooding on the Andong. Just maintain your distance. 2.9% chance to hit with 14 inch, about 3.5 with a 12 inch. Come on. Good hit. Bit of damage. Andong is flooding. I do have incoming torpedoes. I have to still turn away with the Oslia. I might squeeze through here. Alright, Sviatoy has survived. Another hit. Fire. But it's still not serious. I'm hoping to finish off the Andong before she reloads her torpedoes. Because she still has a load of them left. This is still going to be a long battle. Especially for the Oslia. No hits. Don't oversteer. Steady course. Range to the Yunfei is 9 clicks. Another hit on the Andong. I really want to get rid of those heavies. Alright, torpedoes have passed. We finish off the Guangdong. Just turn starboard again. At least the damaged battlecruisers are not really keeping up. And their accuracy is pretty dreadful. Another hit on the Andong. to score some more points here. Ideally quickly. There you go, that's what I'm looking for. Flooding. Few bulkheads. Another flooding. Well done. Guangdong is going down. Or is she? Fire. Come on now. Hold off on the torpedo tubes. Bingo! Guangdong is down. Next target, Andong. Andong has just launched her torpedoes, hasn't she? That looks like it was reloaded not too long ago. Where did they go? I wonder. Where did they... Aha! There they are. Okay, some good damage on the Andong. I'm still waiting for a good flooding hit. She's probably still pretty fast. No, Andong's doing 21, she's doing 31. And the battlecruisers are now getting once again involved in this fight. With their 15-inch guns. They definitely outgun me. So I'm just gonna have to try and outplay them by sinking the rest of the fleet first. Starting with the heavy cruisers and the battleship, and then moving on to the battle cruisers, because they are relatively less valuable than the battleship. Do they have torps? They do not have torpedoes. Good. Andong is still the subject of both of my ships. Andong should be slowing down. 17.6 and slowing. Torpedo detected. There's the big launch there. And there's more. Let's turn hard to port. Wow, you're getting hit again pretty hard. What caused that? 16-inch from the battleship. Don't go broadside. They will kill you. And the Sviatoy wasn't doing too good to begin with. 15% buoyancy, 14, 13. 13 holding, 14. Please get rid of it. Andong was doing poorly, but is now coming back from the dead. Hold on, did you get torpedoed? No, you got hit by the 15-inch. Oh no. Bow belt extended. Flooding on the Alexander. I think I'm gonna lose her this time. Because that's a new compartment that just got hit. That's out of torpedo range. Oh my god, those things are putting up a fight. Sviatoy fighting for her life. Torpedoes away. Starboard side. Try to keep evading, keep reversing. Well, not reversing, but keep moving away from those ships. At 9.9 clicks, I'm not sure how accurate my main battery is going to be. Whether I'll be able to have a decent chance at landing hits against the Andong or the Shangji. Might be more interesting to go after the battleship, or battlecruiser, the Changde. Sviatoy still surviving. Buoyancy steady at 15%. I'm hoping that the extended range is going to also throw off the aim of the Yunfei. Shit, I got hit again by another big 15-inch pen here. Do these guys have sonar? No, Hydro 2. It's not quite sonar, but it can still cause quite a bit of a troubling situation if they want to... Well, if they want to avoid torpedoes, it's great for them. If I want to try and land torps, not so much. At least penetration here is great. Sviatoy listing to starboard. Heavily. Lost the B turret. The other turrets are still operational. Still fighting at the wounded Angdong. Try hitting the Yunfei. Humor me. Should have finished off these battle cruisers when I had the chance. Missed opportunity. Careful, 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 don't hit me. Trying to angle a bit. Making myself a smaller and especially more angled target. Good. Flooding. Bulkheads few. That's a bow flooding. That's probably going to take her 5%. More importantly, it'll slow her down. There's another flooding. This time amidships. Oslia, you got him. Go inflict more hits. More floodings. 45%. 44. 40. No joy. 24, 22, 20, 19. Alexander's still decent. I have a problem though. I'm running out of main ammo. Especially in the 12-inch. Come on. Changde is going bow in. It's not a bad call. She's trying to fall in behind her sister ship, the Deng Zhao. Or she spotted the torpedoes. She has. More flooding. Yes. Bow compartment on the Changde has been punctured. 4%, 3%, 2%, 1.6, gone. Sold to the Oslivia Bia. New target, Deng Zhao. This is very close range, 6 clicks out. And I'm expecting quite a lot from the Oslia, because her accuracy is now looking very nice. I just need to make sure the battle cruiser doesn't angle too much. She's now perfectly flat on. Ricochet chance is low. There we go. That's what I want to see. Right there. Flooding, engine damage, fire. Another couple of floodings. She's going to have a severe survivability problem. Stays in the Alexander. Decent. Looks like she hit the Yunfei once or twice. Crap, we're getting torpedoed. I think the Oslia Bia is about done. There you go. Battlecruisers sunk. Increase the flank and rejoin this fight. Hold your fire. Because I'm running very low on ammunition. Torpedoes were detected right here. Yeah, about that. There has to be a gap there where the ship can fit through. This one. Gotta make sure I don't overcorrect my turn. Yunfei still at 90%. Alexander's also starting to run out of her torpedoes and main ammo. 103 left. Save ammo. Actually, no. In your case, don't save ammo. Because these could very well be the last couple of salvos that you fire. The Oslia is still 16 clicks away from this group. Look at that. Shang-Chi immediately fully changed course. She did not detect those torpedoes. She was just already making a turn. Now, what's your accuracy, Unify? 6%. Okay. Reloads every 48.4 seconds. Torpedoes left on Shang-Chi? A few. And on Andong? 8. Alright, there's another salvo in the water. Sviatoy, correct course to port. Chance to hit is dreadful. Maintain course. Steady as she goes. Another fire. Oh, what? Oh shit, I didn't see the other angle. Well, that's good night for this Sviatoy then. Unless she got hit at an area where she already took a launch, or took a flooding. I think it did. I think it hit a rudder again. But there wasn't that much more to flood over there. So she's pretty much damage saturated on that part. And flooding seems to be holding at or around 10%. Shang-Chi just ran out of torpedoes. So you're telling me you just launched another salvo? Sviatoy pumping the water back out. 13%, 14%. Torpedoes are running on the Andong, but I don't really think that those are going to hit. 12 clicks range to the Andong. Oh golly, there's more. I'm going to squeeze through that part. Sviatoy, if you still have something that you can use to turn the ship, then please do so. Whether it's a bunch of buckets that you throw over one side of the ship or another, I don't mind, as long as you avoid those torpedoes. The battle has been raging for quite a while now. Range 11.4. I think I should be going towards the Sviatoy. Fuck me, there's more? Tell me that's the last launch from the Andong? It's not. It's not even. She still has more. Now this is a large gap right here. So I hope I can turn the Alexander fast enough. But I kinda doubt it. Turn, 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 turn. Nope. Ow. Once again, flooding on the stern that was already flooded. So at least I took it with the right side of the ship. Shang-Chi is just not getting hit whatsoever. I have no more torpedoes left. I'm running very low on 12-inch. 8 kilometers to the Andong with the Oslia. But I don't have a lot of ammo left, so I'm gonna go in and just wait for the Andong to launch her torpedoes, avoid those, rush in, and then kill her. And then hopefully find the battleship that's hiding somewhere back there. Need to keep a very close eye on when she launches, and that's going to be pretty much now. Depending on her target, that is. Come on, pick the Oslia. I can ensure you that she's far more interesting to torpedo than the already damaged Sviatoy. Range 6.7. Six 3, 6.2, 6.1. Accuracy is still 3%. Unify has been spotted again. Torpedoes launched. Target unknown. Make a hard course correction. Stop. Project course. Assumedly against the Sviatoi. Oslea's still holding her fire. Good. I'm going to try and dunk my torpedoes against the battleship. She will probably spot them. But I only need a few hits on her with her few bulkheads in order to get a good amount of damage. Come on, buddy. Flooding on the Shangji. Rudder compartment's falling up. Where is the Sviatoi? Here. Here are the torpedoes. Need you to course correct. To starboard a bit. Yeah, here-ish. This is where I want her. 4.5 clicks away from the Andong. I'm still holding fire. The Andong, with her 8-inch guns, doesn't really pose that much of a threat to me. .4. What's your speed, Andong? 17.4 versus my 21 knots, so I'm closing fairly quickly. Both heavy cruisers are no longer as much of a threat as they once were. I am, however, concerned about the Yunfei. I've seen what she did to the Sviatoi, and it wasn't pretty. I would rather not see a repeat performance of that. 6.5% chance to hit, and 8. Fire. 16 and 20%, that's better. Skipping over the Andong. The problem is that she's so angled. Come on. Well, you're even hoping to land those shells. This is not going anywhere. 3.8, I'll just have to pull along broadside and kill her. Range against the Yunfei is 8.5. Penetrating chance against the Yunfei is actually quite good. I just wonder if I can hit her. Well, I might. She has 12.5 inches of... sorry, 9.6 inches of belt armor. Times 108%, so about 20 inch. Which is something that at 7.5 kilometers out, I can definitely penetrate. Provided, of course, that I can hit her. I'm coming in with an angled 14-inch belt. Plus 110, so about 28 inches of belt armor. You can pen that at about 10 kilometer range. That's problematic. Range 7 clicks. Hold your torpedoes. Oh, 188 shells and a 73 there. It looked like the heavy cruiser just flat out gave up. Yunfei is no longer firing. What's going on here? Yunfei, what's your speed? 22 knots out of a 23 tops. Save your ammo. Looks like we're getting a good opportunity to finish off the Andong. She's slowing to 15.8 knots. She's closing into 2.5 kilometer range. At 8 inch, 2.5 kilometer range, you can penetrate 16.9 inches of belt armor. That's not enough. It's not enough to do damage to me. Fire. When ready. Ready, ready, ready. Oh! What the? Come on now. Range 1.7. Prepare boarding parties. Commence shouting of insults against the enemy crew. There you go. flooding. Ultra fire. I'm thinking I can just flood out the end on. Come on now. Come on now. Flood! Damn it. Thank you. Shangji. High explosive salvo. 2.5% chance to hit? Excuse me? It's probably because she's making that aggressive turn. Torpedoes on Unify. Although I think my... Oh, actually my launching angle is good enough. Alright. Armor piercing. Save. Yes! Thank you. Fire and flooding. Has Unify detected the torpedoes? She hasn't. But Shang-Chi has. I think? Or has she? Hold on a minute. She is flooding, but she's also maneuvering pretty violently. Unify? Still not detected torpedoes. Osleon's playing a very dangerous game here. Because I'm now at such a range that those guns can definitely overmatch my armor. Prepare to fire. Starboard gun. What the fuck? Unify has detected the torpedoes and is making maneuvers to avoid. Come on. Doink. Everything bounced. Osleon. Yes! 500 points of damage. Rudder damaged. Engines damaged. Ship's flooding. Gone. Sold to the Osleabia once again. Range 3.4 to the Unify. Armor. Sorry, ammo. No. Oh! Sviatoy is joining in. She only has effectively one gun. If I can stay behind that ship, that is. I have 165 shells. I can probably keep firing. I just don't know what my chances to pen are. 40%. Yeah. Fortunately, she doesn't have torpedoes, and I do. Whoa! Okay. Flash fire. I think her ammo detonated. Okay. Job done. Now, for the score. There were 2 battleships on the enemy team. I sunk both. That's 40 points. There were 3 battlecruisers on the enemy team. I sunk all 3. 45 points. Plus 20 is 65 points. There were 3 heavy cruisers on the enemy team. That is a total of 5 points each. So I'm sitting at 80 points. Plus 110 for... sorry, plus 30 for getting my ships under budget. So that's 10 million per ship. That means I'm sitting at 110 points, but I lost 1 ship. And that means that I actually have 100 points. 100. I'd say that's a good result for ancient, although retrofitted dreadnoughts. Anyway, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the other guys did. Be sure to check them out. Link down below in the description. And make sure to subscribe to them as well. They make good videos, they make good content, and I really like them. If you have a good idea for another Taskmaster challenge, then by all means submit one down below in the description, in the comments. Keep in mind though that the less RNG you can introduce, the better. So that we each have a scenario that's pretty similar. So don't implement too many ships, don't implement too many variables, and make it something funny. Make it something creative, like the challenge that we had now, where you have to work with a budget. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.